Hi, I'm Sierra of Sierra Collins Photography, and I'm so glad you clicked the link. You, my friend, are getting married, or you know someone is getting married, and you're helping with the photography, or you're trying to see what to do when it comes to the wedding photography. You need some tips. I have you covered. I am Sierra of Sierra Collins Photography, and I'm a wedding photographer here in Greenville, South Carolina. But I serve all of the surrounding areas, upstate South Carolina, Spartanburg, North Carolina as well. So any family portraits, any wedding photography you need, I got you covered. Okay. I've been doing weddings since 2015, and with each one, I'll say that I've learned something new. I love what I do, so I said, hey, I want to share with you so that way, if you are getting married, you are prepared. You know what to expect on your wedding day. And every day is different. So every wedding is different. So I just want to share a few tips with you to guide you, and if you want to talk, if you want to chat after that, feel free to schedule a consultation using the link below. I'll be happy to speak with you. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. All right. All right. So, first thing first, I want to share with you the timeline. And I'm looking over here to my right because I have a timeline up. And this is where I have it. So, follow along with me right in front of you. If you haven't already downloaded it, feel free to just download and then we can go from there. All right. So, in this timeline, you will see I typically start a few hours before the actual ceremony, of course. So, you're getting ready. I might arrive 2 to 3 hours before the ceremony begins, actually, about 3 hours before the ceremony begins to get your getting ready shots, right? So, this timeline is showing 12 p.m. start. So, every timeline is different though. But I typically start based upon the ceremony time. So whenever your ceremony is, I'm going to do the math, see how many hours you have for your package, and that'll kind of help me understand when I'm coming in. But either way, during that time, I want to make sure I'm getting all of your beautiful pre ceremony portraits, and that includes the bride getting ready, the groom getting ready with his guys, the bridesmaids, your details. So, your dress, your shoes, your rings, all of those are really cute things that are important to you, your perfume, any of the groom's details that's really important to him. I'm getting all of that before the ceremony. Any candid shots, all of that's being done right before the ceremony, okay? Then, if you have a first touch or a first look, we're going a few hours down, so it's now 2 p.m. So, if you have a first touch or a first look, I don't get these a lot. If you're traditional, you may not really want to do a first touch or a first look, but they're so cute whenever you do them. And you may be asking, what is the difference, right? So, a first touch is you don't look and you literally just touch each other. So, we will find either a wall or a door, somewhere where you both can kind of be back to back, right? And can easily reach for each other. And those portraits are really good. The bride and the groom during this time, they may say special words to each other or they may say a prayer, whatever is important to you. But that is the first touch. The first look is you do see each other. So some bride and grooms want to see each other before they go down the aisle, which is totally fine. Hey, it's up to you. I guess it kind of breaks the ice, but everyone has their own reasons. But the first look, you'll see each other. It's a very intimate time with you, your groom or your bride. We don't have a whole lot of people around. It's really just us and you, right? And you're having that moment together. We're capturing it. It's like we're not even there. Okay. Then moving on down into the timeline, 3 p.m. we have wedding party. So with the wedding party, if your girls and guys are dressed, this is one of the things that we'll talk about. So I recommend that your girls and guys be dressed at a certain time, depending on the ceremony. But we want them dressed so that way you can get those wedding party portraits before the ceremony, if possible. So any shots with your girls, any shots with the guys, we want to get as much of that because once the ceremony comes and after the ceremony, things fly by. Okay, so things really start flying. So I do my best to get everything that I can before the ceremony. And this is just the bridesmaids and the groomsmen. So if you don't want to see each other, the bride and the groom, we will not have you in these portraits. It will just be your wedding party. So we have those fun portraits of them. Okay. The next is coming into the ceremony. So around 4 p.m. here, we have our ceremony happening. And with the ceremony, that's of course all of the moments of you walking down the aisle, his first look of you walking down the aisle. I have a second shooter, so we make sure that we are getting, if I'm here, my second shooter's there. Like we are getting the opposite of each other. We're capturing your guests' reaction as well. All of the special moments during your ceremony. Okay, so that's 4 p.m. The next, immediately after the ceremony, I'm estimating this around 5:10 p.m., we are going to do your family portrait. So these are your family formals. And this goes by really fast. And also, if it's hot, we want to get these done quickly because you may have elders in your family, your grandmother, grandfather, your aunts and uncles, if you want them in these portraits. But we really want to get these family portraits done so that way they can go to cocktail hour, do whatever they need to do, and relax, right? Because people, hey, I know we love taking photos, but let's just be honest. By the time we get here, y'all are tired of taking photos. Y'all are like, are we done yet? So I really try to make this as quick as possible. But to make it easier for me, I share a spreadsheet where I ask you to list your family formals as how you would like them to be grouped. Who are these people, their names, as well as the relations. So, for example, the bride and the bride's mom, and I'll ask for her name, the groom and the groom's dad, and I'll ask for his name. However, you want it grouped, I ask for this when we do our wedding day check in about 30 days prior to your wedding. So that way I have this list. When we pull up, we already are calling out names. My second shooter is calling out names, getting people lined up. So we make these portraits really, really quick, okay? But they're really beautiful portraits of your family, and we just want to make sure we're capturing who you want in these portraits. And then towards the end, it's time to party, okay? The reception. So, in the reception, this is where we're having the fun, fun, fun times. But I do want to add, right before the reception, we are going to steal you and the groom. So, the bride and the groom, we're going to steal you for your bridals while everyone is partying at the reception, okay? We're going to steal you to get as many bridal portraits and groom portraits of you together that we can. And then when we're done with that, we'll let you go back and party, right? But once we're done with that, we have the reception going on, we have the cake cutting, we have the dancing, we have the toast, we have all of the good things, right? So that's happening there. And then we will send you off if you choose to do a send off. And the send off can be sparkler exit, it may be a nice rental car pulling up for you, anything that you want. Some do not opt for a send off, totally fine. But this is pretty much how the full wedding day looks. So I just wanted to give you that timeline. And next, I'm going to go into just a few examples of what these shots look like. Okay. All right. So here we have some pre-ceremony with our brides here. These are some beautiful, naturally lit shots. There's no extra lighting here. Actually, I may have like a flash on my camera, but that's about it. These are really naturally lit photos. I love natural lighting. If you can't tell, I do, but I will pull out the extra lights if I need to. Okay. All right. So let's get into these tips. Okay. So the first thing, bride, you do not have to do this, but a wedding dress hanger, like a custom wedding dress hanger, I'm tongue tied. A custom wedding dress hanger is really really cute, right? It's really special to you. And when you see your wedding dress photos, you may not want that old plastic or hanger, come on now. So if you have a really nice hanger that's customized for you that you can hang your dress on, that holds your dress, because every dress is different, that's a really good touch. I also bring a wedding dress hanger just in case you don't have one, so no big deal. But I've learned that's something that some brides are like, I wish I would have got that, right? So that's number one. Number two is, what all do you want us to take portraits of during the detail time, right? So your wedding invitations, is there any sentimental items that are of value to you? So is there any perfumes? Is there anything that you grew up with that you kind of want in these portraits? Anything of that nature, bring it. Let us take pictures of it. Let us capture those photos in a really nice and tasteful way for you, okay? Groom, same thing for you, okay? So make sure if you have your cologne, if you have any rings, watches, socks, if there's anything special on your tuxedo, make sure you point those things out to your photographer, because we may not know everything. So you tell us, hey, I want you to capture this, right? So that way we know to get these things for you. Okay. All right. Okay, so number four, perfume or cologne bottle. So I kind of touched on that, but yes, if you have your perfume, cologne, please bring it. We want to get pictures of your scent of the day, okay? Also, pictures of you spraying it on yourself, right? We really want to get those moments to tell a story. So make sure you bring those as well. Five. Keep your space tidy as much as possible. Now, I know it's your wedding day. You're not going to be worried about cleaning up. So have your groomsmen help. Have your bridesmaids help with this, right? When we take your portraits, we don't want a whole bunch of food and drinks and all this stuff all around. So if you can kind of remind everyone, and I actually do this on the wedding day, I remind everyone to try to keep their space clean. But if necessary, I will get to cleaning. Like I'll let everyone know, hey, if you can help me move some things around, that'd be great. Or if you don't mind, I'll move some things around just so we don't have all of this background clutter. Another good tip for this actually is if you are, let's say you're getting dressed at a hotel, separate yourself from the party. So have a separate space where you can get dressed. Maybe it's like a double room situation, especially if the bridal suite or the groom suite isn't big enough. But especially for the bridals, maybe have a separate room where you get ready. You can still be with the girls in another room, or they can be with you in another room. But maybe if there's a room that kind of connects off where you can get ready separately from where all the partying is happening, right? That would be great. So I think the double room situation is really good. Or just having a venue with a really nice bridal or groom suite is perfect. We love to see a space that's catered to the bride and the groom. So just keep those things in mind when you are looking for your venue or your location. All right, six, your wedding planner. We don't want you to do it all. I guess this really does just depend on your budget, but for your wedding planner, if you can have someone take over for you, okay? We don't want you to be stressed with planning the wedding and planning the shots and all these other different things, right? So wedding planners really help us when the day of comes. The wedding planner helps the photographer know where everyone is, where to be. Also, it helps reel in you all. So when we need you all to be ready for portraits, the wedding planner can kind of help make sure that you guys are in place. And they keep the timeline in place as far as your wedding as well. So we're not running behind, or we're just not getting lost when it comes to the timeline. A really good wedding planner will say, hey, it's time to be dressed. Hey, it's time for y'all to be at this altar. Like let's get it together. So just a recommendation, a really good wedding planner. And I love working with wedding planners. It's a really good network and connection for me as well. Seven, lighting. And this is not a must, but I just want you to know I love natural light. Natural light is beautiful. It really helps fill in the lighting when it comes to your portraits to give you that nice ambient lighting. I love it. So with your lighting, if you do have a venue, I would just look at the windows, see if there's natural light coming in, or is it just all brick, no windows, no natural light? Totally nothing wrong with it, but I just recommend having a little bit of window here and there, so that way you can get those naturally lit portraits. So I'll share some examples as we continue to go on, but yeah. And lastly, eight. So planning for your bridal and your groom portrait. So with that, what we're saying here is we want to meet with you and kind of talk to you to make sure we have a timeline set so that way we are getting your bridal portraits and your groom portraits done, okay? We don't want to miss those shots and things go by really, really fast. So if we can have a dedicated time, maybe 30 minutes or so with just you, the bride and the groom, that would be great. If you can plan it before the ceremony, hey, that would be awesome just to get those portraits of you all separately before the ceremony is awesome. This just all depends on the timeline being well written out. Maybe even having someone to help plan that for you, like the wedding planner, to keep things in place and making sure you all are dressed on time. Just getting those portraits before the ceremony, I find is really helpful and it's less stressful after the ceremony because we've already gotten them, right? So after the ceremony, we just have like your family formals, the wedding party with all of you, and maybe a few more of you and the bride and the groom, and that's it, right? So the more the merrier. Whatever we can get before the ceremony is perfect. So just try to keep that in mind when building your timeline. All right. So I hope you found all of these helpful. If you continue to go through the guide, you'll just see some examples of the ring shots, shoes, a bridal hanger, dress shot. You'll see some groom shots that we have. You'll see the groom shots are really, really fun. Like grooms, y'all can bring it, okay? Y'all can bring it. But you'll see some details of the shoes and the cologne, right? And as you continue to go down, you'll see family portraits. You'll see the mother of the bride. You'll see the bride going down the aisle. So you can kind of see these are naturally lit shots here. And then the reception, we do bring out some lighting during that reception, whatever's necessary. So yeah, those are just some sample shots so you can see the partying and how we do things. And if you want to see more, I do have a gallery on my page in the wedding gallery. So feel free to check that out or follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook, Sierra Collins Photography. I'll be happy to speak with you. If you are ready to talk and set up a consultation, please click the link. Let's do it. It's free. It's just a sit down for me to get to know you, answer any questions you have before you commit, or if you even want to commit, right? I'm here to help you along the way. So I hope you found this helpful.